hands on the wheel, coffee gone cold in the dash, mile marker numbers dripping past the glass. Window cracked a fraction, air hits, then it cuts right through. There it is again, that soft, familiar you. This empty seat pulls harder than a load of steel. Your perfume in the fabric makes the absence feel too real. Got a full tank, open road, still I'm leaning to the right. Passenger side gravity dragging me into the night. Sun visor still crooked where you left your fingerprint. Lip balm in the cup holder, dust on the map you bent. Talking to the silence like you just stepped out for gas. Reach across on instinct, grab nothing, let it pass. I swear I see your knee there, barely brushing on the door. Hear you laughing at my singing like a ghost in 444. I haul freight for a living, but this weighs more than the rig. One small trace of your breathing turns this cabin to a crib. You used to sleep right here, phone on the floor, book in the sheets, knee in my side till I'd move over. Now it's just folded quilt, cold curve of foam. My hand drifts left, like it still remembers home. The left side of the mattress, cool as the window glass. I reach out in the dark and catch nothing, nothing. Still talking to your absence, like you might answer back. This whole bed leans towards you, and I just fall into the gap. 2 in the morning again, clock face a quiet brew. Your pillow keeps its shape, like it's stubborn about you. I trace that empty dip, slow circles in the sheet. Half asleep I grip at air and drag it close to me. Left side of the mattress, cool as the window glass. I reach out in the dark and catch nothing, nothing. Still talking to your absence, like you might answer back. This whole bed leans towards you, and I just fall into the gap. Fall into the gap. I flip the comforter over, try to trick my skin, pile the blankets on your side, doesn't steal the covers back. Only thing that moves at midnight is my hand and the slack. The left side of the mattress, fall into the gap, fall into the gap. Sticky floor under busted boots, lipstick stain on a plastic cup. You laugh at jokes you never heard just to keep from looking up. Jukebox spinning that same sad song, we pretend it still feels right. Your hand shakes, ordering one more round, stretching out the night. Bartender stacking chairs like gravestones. We stare down the bottom of the glass. Here come the ugly lights, peeling back the dark we're hiding in. Makeup running cheap, cologne, every secret on our skin. Raise that last lost drink to the things that never turned out right. We look better in the shadows till they flip those ugly lights. Wedding ring in your jacket pocket, and in on your finger still red. You said you were just out for air, now you're half a mile from your bed. Mirror behind the bottles shows a stranger in your place. We practice a younger posture in a 30-year-old face. And last call echoes like a warning, but we chase it like a dare. Here come the ugly lights, peeling back the dark we're hiding in. Makeup running cheap, cologne, every secret on our skin. Raise that last lost drink to the things that never turned out right. We look better in the shadows till they flip those ugly lights. I'm fine. Talking to the glass, not me. The truth sits warm in our stomachs, too heavy to set free. We're all just prayers on bar stools, afraid of going home alone. Here come the ugly lights, here come. They come. Stacked on the table, corners bent, coffee stains your old handwriting staring back. one match trembling, sulfur breath. First page blackens, words turn into moving ash. Burning love letters, one by one, ink letting go as the flames run. Edges curl inward, slow as a sigh. Every line we wrote, lifting up the chimney sky. I feed them gently, tip of my thumb. Brushes your name, smears a decade in the dust. Flame takes the margin, turns it brown. Loops of your L's crack and crumble into rust. Smoke in my sweater, char on my nails. I read each sentence as it pales. Paper pulls backward, tightens, folds. Your promises glow in orange, then they're cold. Coffee on the porch, steam in the cold. You trace your name in a ring of gold on the table. Leaves stuck to your shoes, red, brown, faded through. You say it's getting late, but the clock says 2:30. Like leaves that let go, one by one we fall so slow, but we still fall. Color drains quiet from every word we say. Autumn left before we did, now winter's on its way. When it finally comes, I'll be alone with the gray. Sweaters in a pile on the bedroom chair. Your scent hangs on the sleeve, but your eyes aren't really there. We talk about the weather like it's all we've got left to say. Wild branches bare their bones over the garden we never ate. I used to fear the thunder, now I fear the frost, the slow frost bite of almost every quiet cause. You're sitting on the sofa, already far away. I'm learning how an ending can take its time to break. Like leaves that let go, one by one we fall so slow, but we still fall. neon pawn sign buzzing over rusted bikes. Cash for gold flares red on the fogged glass. He turns that ring box over in his coat pocket, feels a square of it pressed like a bruise. Raindrops drum on the hood of his old Ford. Ticket from last week stuck under the wiper inside. A TV screams tomorrow's jackpots. He watches numbers scroll on a dusty screen. What's a promise worth in dollars? What's a goodbye worth in bills? How much can a memory cover of late night plans and unpaid thrills? He stares at that door, the red sale tax sign, counting every tear against every dime. There's a cracked blue mug in the window display. World's best dad faded to a ghost gray, beside a wedding dress on a plastic hanger. Him still stained with somebody's June. He sees her face in the smudged reflection, laughing in line at the grocery store, receipt in her hand, ring on her finger saying we'll figure it out. We always do. He flips the box open with his thumb, stone catching street lights, small and stubborn. He whispers, you were gonna wear this forever, then checks his phone, zeros in his account. Rain sneaks past his collar, down his spine. He thinks of rent, of gas and groceries, but the thought of that ring on a stranger's hand hits harder than in any overdue bill. He flips the box open with his thumb, stone catching street lights, small and stubborn. He whispers, you were gonna wear this forever, then checks his phone, zeros in his account. Sneaks past his collar, down his spine. He thinks of rent, of gas, of groceries, but the thought of that ring on a stranger's hand hits harder than any overdue bill. Lord, I'm tired of this, how a single syllable burns my chest when they say her name in passing. Coffee cup on the table shakes when my phone lights up, and it isn't her, yet somehow it still cuts. You heal the lane, you calm the sea, What I bring tonight is this one strange need. God, erase her from me, not her soul, just every trace. Let my mind be a desert where there once was her name, her face. I'm not begging for mercy, I'm not asking for grace, only this holy forgetting of her name, of her face. You numbered every hair, you hang the stars in place, you hold the world together while I come undone at her name. You remember every sparrow, every secret, every song. So I know you have the power to take one memory gone. You split the sea, you move the stone. Is there a way to leave this alone? If I met her in heaven, let the greeting be new. No echo, no shiver, just a soul loved by you. Take the corners of her smile from the corners of my mind. Leave her safely in your keeping, leave her nowhere in my life. If I met her in heaven, let the greeting be new. No echo, no shiver, just a soul loved by you. Take the corners of her smile from the corners of my mind. Leave her safely in your keeping, leave her nowhere in my life. Slow drip on the bedroom glass. Street's there, but it's moving past. Car lights smear into a line, like the way your name runs across my mind. Rain on the window of my heart, keeping time with every crack inside, every drop pulling us apart. Beat by beat I lose the fight. Rain on the window of my heart, I can't see the world outside, just the echo of where you are, blurring you and I. Wet sky on the TV screen, mute news talking over me. My face ghosted in the pain, double vision eyes learning how to break. Rain on the window of my heart, keeping time with every crack inside, every drop pulling us apart. Beat by beat I lose the fight. Rain on the window of my heart, I can't see the world outside, just the the echo of where you are. Tap, tap, little hammer on my chest. Can't tell if it's thunder or the stress. I reach, trace a circle on the glass. Your shadow's in the fog and it fades so fast. Fluorescent hum, Saturday glare. I'm holding 3 loose screws like I belong here. Cartwheels squeak somewhere behind me. I hear my old name said too kindly. Hey, how you been? Right here between the paint and propane. We both pretend you weren't the storm we never say. Ask about work, I ask if she's doing okay. All out 12 small talk, nothing real on display. He taps his keys, nods at the shelves, says prices now, you know, like we're anyone else. His eyes skip past the wedding ring rack, hang there a second, then hurry back. He says she's busy, I say I'm glad. He laughs a little, like it's not that. We both look down at the same concrete floor, shake the same rough hands, then aim for different doors. Keys in my hand, reeled her smile on the porch, then gone. Plastic sign in the yard leans left, like it's tired of holding on. Step through the door, air smells like dust and fresh paint. Every footprint echoes too loud for a place this blank. This is where our whole life was supposed to fit between 4 walls. Crib in a corner, names on a list, never even made it to the mall. Outback's just dirt and weeds in a row where the garden never grew at all. This house keeps all the space for everything we never saw. See that pale blue room, we marked it as nursery and pen. Held a catalog up to the window, said we'll put the crib right there. And then over by the fridge, you practice saying mom into your glass. Half a joke, half a prayer to a future that walked past. Closet shelves of nothing box, but I still see winter coats, little shoes lined heel to heel, names we never spoke, patio door that sticks halfway. We laughed and said we'd fix it soon. I slide it open just to hear the promise leave the room. We used to tune each other in, kitchen light, your crooked grin. Now we're spinning dials at 3 a.m., catching pieces, losing them again. We're lost in the fuzz between what you said and what I heard, static in our lungs, mouth still moving but the meaning's blurred. I'm reaching through the rush for one clean word from us, but we're lost, lost in the fuzz. Lips move, I read them wrong, half a phrase, then it's gone. Every question drowns in hiss and hum. I hear anger, you swear you were numb. Remember when your voice came in so bright, like hometown stations on a summer drive. Now every little sigh sounds amplified, every little laugh sounds like a lie. I twist the knob, I tilt my head, all I get is what you almost said. In that gray between, I'm fine, instead we fade. What you said and what I heard, static in our lungs, mouth still moving but the meaning's blurred. I'm reaching through the rush for one clean word from us, but we're lost, lost in the fuzz. Door shuts, short click, long echo. Her jacket ghosting on the passenger seat. Still warm, my hand finds the empty air where hers used to wait for the key. Wipers count the seconds, breath on the window glass. I almost call her name, but the moment's already past. Red glow goodbye, watching your car dissolve in the gray. Two small embers burning out at the edge of the day. That fading shine is the final line we can't rewrite. Red glow goodbye. Your taillights put our story out tonight. Gravel spits, then silence settles in. Her shape folding into the morning haze. Rear view shows only the past tense, trapped in a frame I can't erase. Every turn of her tire rolls one more word away. Nothing left to underline, nothing left to say. This is the pause after the last word, the breath when the book snaps closed. Standing near, pen in my pocket while the end walks off the road. I whisper one more promise, but it vanishes in the damp white air. Red glow goodbye, watching your car dissolve in the gray. Two small embers burning out at the edge of the day. That fading shine is the final line we can't rewrite. Red glow goodbye. Your taillights put our story out tonight. Same chip sugar caddy, same crack in the vinyl seat. Your side of the booth, still facing the TV. Ketchup stain on the menu from that stupid fight in June. You cried into cold fries, I laughed just to change the mood. But it's only me in the booth tonight, drinking this coffee that tastes like goodbye. Used to break, used to bend, then we'd start again. Napkins full of promises we never sent. Now it's me, just me, at 3 a.m. in our booth calling it the end. Refill from the waitress, she asked if you're on your way. I shake my head, say not tonight. Watch the creamer swirl and fade. We carved our names in the tabletop. Your ring scratched a crooked heart. Funny how a ballpoint pen outlived our second start. I can hear you slam the salt shaker. Swear you're really gone this time. Then your hand finds mine under the table. We'd split a slice and change our minds. Now the jukebox hums some tired song. I stir my cup and let it spin. If I walk out that squeaky door, I know I won't sit here again. I can hear you slam the salt shaker. Swear you're really gone this time. Then your hand finds mine under the table. We'd split a slice and change our minds. Now the jukebox hums some tired song. I stir my cup and let it spin. If I walk out that squeaky door, I know I won't sit here again. Many are open, but I'm staring at your hands. You talk about your brother and that trip to Amsterdam. You tilt your head when I mumble about my dad. You say that's so funny, and I feel a little bad. You keep laughing at the wrong line, smiling when I'm trying to explain. I say the part that used to make her cry. You just sip your wine like it's nothing strange. Baby, you're beautiful in this low light, but it hits me somewhere I can't hide. You don't get me like my ex did, and that's the quiet truth between our eyes. I tell the story of getting locked out in the rain, how I slept in my old car till the morning trains. You clap your hands like you're cheering for a show. Ask, did you post it anywhere? And the punchline's still at home. Maybe it's not your fault. I came here with a ghost, ordered her old favorite drink, sat down where she'd sit the most. You're playing your own movie, I'm stuck in the last scene. You're laughing at the surface, I'm talking in between. Maybe it's not your fault. I came here with a ghost, ordered her old favorite drink, sat down where she'd sit the most. You're playing your own movie, I'm stuck in the last scene. You're laughing at the surface, I'm talking in between. You checked the hallway twice, left your mug by the sink. Coat sleeve brushed my wrist, then you looked away, not a blink. Keys in the bowl, that familiar little ring. Air getting heavy, like it already knew everything. It's the last sound in the house, that door closing on our echo. Wood on frame, sharp and plain, cutting through 10 years in a second. All the laughter, all the fights, folded into that one vibration. The last sound in the house, still shaking through the foundation. Boots on the floor, soft thud down the line. You hesitate once at the frame you crossed 1,000 times. I hear the hinge breathe, then your shoulder push through. A hollow little thunder, rolling every version of you. It blooms in the hallway, spreads through the room, rattles the glass, finds every bruise. Then it fades to a ring in the bones of the walls, in the plates, in the pipes, in the dust, in the hall. Forks lined up like they're standing at attention. 2 white plates where 4 used to lean and listen. Folded napkins, perfect corners, steady hands. But this room tilts with every empty chair. Table set for 2, but I still pour 4 glasses. Reach for names that don't live here, count the spaces, not the matches. Silence chewing slow where the laughter used to move. I'm sitting where I always did, at a table set for 2. Your key's gone from the hook by the door. Photo frames turned inward, dust along the baseboard. TV off, so the quiet feels complete. I hear echoes in the clink of my own teeth. I still pause before I start to speak. Leave a beat for answers that won't reach me. 2 knives shine on a folded runner cloth. I bless the bread out of habit, and then bite down on the law. cold booth, fluorescent buzz, change in my fist, sweat on the numbers. I dial too slow, then slam them fast. Breath fogs the glass, I'm already shaking. One ring in the dark of my chest, two rings, my throat starts to stretch. Three rings, your name in my mouth. Please pick up, please pick up now. Payphone ringing, hope keeps singing. Each sharp tone pulls me through the wire. Every echo says you might be listening. I hang my heart on that fragile rising choir, but the line just rings and rings and rings. My reflection in the scratched up chrome, eyes look older than the day you left home. Street outside, moving like a ghost. Whole world passing, I just need your voice. One ring, and my spine leans forward. Two rings, every bad word reordered. Three rings, I rehearse what I'll say. If you answer, if you still know my name. Payphone ringing, hope keeps singing. Each sharp tone pulls me through the wire. Every echo says you might be listening. I hang my heart on that fragile rising choir. Then the click, that tiny knife, that little shift that splits my life. Your canned hello, all sugar strange, like someone painted over pain. I talk to metal, you're not there, spilling secrets into stale air. Beep cuts through me like a final door. I'll call you back, I hang up and call once more. Payphone ringing, hope keeps singing. Each sharp tone pulls me through the wire. Every echo says you might be listening. I hang my heart on that fragile rising choir, but the line just rings and rings and rings. Then white envelope, my name in her looping hand. Coffee ring on the counter, heart stuck in my throat again. I tear the side too quickly, see the card fall on its face. Her picture in pale blue satin, his arm in my old place. And do I go, stand up in the back row, watch her say the words I never said out loud, or stay home, pour one for her shadow, raise a glass and toast her under this empty roof and cloud. Tell me which hurt do I choose, show up and lose? twice, or drink to her and lose the right to say I ever tried. They picked the church by the river, the one we used to pass at night. We joked about our someday, guess someday picked a different time. I picture her dad by the doorway. He always liked me too much. Does he wonder why I'm missing, or does he practice giving her up? I could stand when they ask any reason this should end. Say you're marrying the wrong man, and break her, break him, break her dad, break all our friends. Or I could stay on this couch, let the whole day roll past, let them throw their ice and roses, while I sip something strong and learn to let her laugh. And do I go stand up in the back row, watch her say the words I never said out loud, or stay home? You slid in like a secret, cheap perfume on my breath. Said I'll blur out all the edges, I can hold you through this mess. You laughed at all my heartbreak, turned my scars into a dare. Pulled the shutter on the memories till I couldn't see what's there. You say I'll make it all fade, but you color every ghost in neon shame. You swear I'll help you forget till the morning after rips through my head. You promise none, but you pour regret instead. Yeah, you're my favorite lie, my deceitful friend. You fill the empty chair beside me, spoken slurs that sounded kind, said we can bury them together, every name that haunts your mind. You turned my never into maybe, my I'm fine into a dare. But every laughter in the darkness comes back louder in the glare. You hold my hand at midnight, then you point at every scar at 10 a.m. You tuck me in with silence, then you scream their faces in my bed again. You kiss away the shaking, then you shake me till I break, and then pretend you're here to help. You're here to help. Sunlight through the blinds, head against the wall. You're smiling from the bottom, like you never left at all.